I'm on the moon. It's made of cheese.
How's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this gorgeous world? Yeah, man, I want to welcome everyone to a Beer and Cheese Tuesday. It's kind of a 4th of July edition.
Should have worn red, white, and blue.
Oh, geez. So I want to welcome and say cheers to Whiskey Scout. Cheers, Robert, man. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Sparkle, same. Good to see up by Sparkle. Markle. Almost called you Markle.
Yep. Call me Markle. Call me Markle.
All right. So we'll go ahead and do some show and tell first. So just show us what you got, pour your beer, and hold it aside, and then we'll get back to you on that, on the reviews. And I just want to say thanks to the community as well for showing up. We got Kettleheads Barbecue and Beer. Cheers, Kettleheads. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Right. Yep. So let's get Robert up here. Here we go.
All right. Well, for my beer today, it comes from McPherson, Kansas. It's Yankee Rose, Three Rings Brewery. It's a blonde ale. 5.4% alcohol by volume, and literally about 20 miles north of my house. And they've got several that are good. They got a lime goza that's just outstanding. I love the stuff. It's probably one of my favorite beers. But this will be interesting. I may or may not have had this before. It's been a while. But I've had a lot of their stuff, and I've always enjoyed it. And that's from, again, Three Rings Brewery. Then for cheese, I got cranberry cheddar cheese. And we see it comes from North Country Cheese, buy local, proudly cheese, Wisconsin. So it comes out of St. Cameron, Wisconsin. And a store on the west side of town where I live in, they have a lot of cheeses like this. They even have local, like from over in Durham, Kansas, which is only about, another 25, 30 miles northeast of where I live. So anyway, that's what I got for cheese and beer. I got 2 beers laid out. I got the other 4. I bought a 6-pack, and it is not cheap, $10.79 for a 6-pack. But just kind of what comes along with the beer,
with everything.
Yeah. Anyway, there she is. Going with the smaller glass tonight. Rain Mash Murders production. It's the glass itself was from Halloween, from Norton's Brewing Company. Halloween a couple years ago or so. But I like the glass. It's comfortable. So
it's awesome. I like that too.
Anyway, that's what we got.
Cool.
All right, man. Thanks, bro. Okay. So hopefully that works. Let's go ahead and bring Sparkle up.
All right. I'm arranging my cheese.
We're gonna bring mine.
All right. So I'm going pretty basic today. Just sort of, I don't know, just sort of being a little bit basic. So for my cheese, I have Boar's Head. Boar's Head. Vermont cheddar. Okay. So that's my Boar's Head Vermont cheddar. Mm-hmm. And for my beer, oops, sorry. It's in my cooler. Hold on. Sorry about that.
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Just wanted to keep it really cold. Okay. Like I said, I'm going pretty basic. And it's Samuel Adams Cold Snap White Ale. And so I thought I would give that a shot. Now, should I pour it in the glass?
Yeah, go for it.
I should remember, right?
Yes.
Today you have to
What's
drink
going
it out.
on with your mind right now?
Today,
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Okay.
Bottle
Now you're
drinking
right.
only tonight.
One day, is good. The next day is like, why did it come down the hall?
Oh no.
Okay. So, out of my Grand Canyon Brewery company, let's pour this in. Nice and light. And there it is.
Right.
Nice light.
Sorry. Scream like a girl. Almost cut myself. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, we're good. So what did you bring? I'm sorry, as far as beer? Or what?
I brought the Samuel Adams Cold Snap White Ale.
Oh, okay, I've had that. Yep.
I just wanted something kind of light because
Awesome.
I've been sipping scotch all day for pain relief. So I didn't want to go too heavy on the beer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
All right.
pain relief. Now that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
I
gotta-
wish it was only that.
I got to remember that one.
I wish it was only that. Let me tell you.
All right. Well, thank you, Sparkle. Cheers.
Yep.
Let's
Cheers.
bring Bumpy up.
All right,
Bump it up.
let's play a
Bump it
little
up.
game. What kind of cheese do you think it is?
Monster.
Oh,
Gouda.
Gouda. Smoked Gouda.
Yeah.
Smoked Gouda.
Okay.
So I cut it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
It is a rubbery like cheese. You can't really slice through it with a knife. You kind of push down and eventually just chops through, but it's like rubber. Definitely has that smoked rind around the edges. It's got a smoky note to it. Just taken out of the package. My fingers either smell like dog treats right now or smoke. I can't tell. I think the dog treats do have a smokiness to them too. Smoked chicken. But this is from Articus. It's out of the Netherlands. It's their smoked Gouda.
Looks
It doesn't
good.
tell me what type of wood's used. It just says it's naturally smoked. Imported from Holland by a Dutch cheesemaker.
Out of Netherlands, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's probably beech. They use a lot of beech wood when they smoke up in
Beech.
Europe.
Okay.
But that's just a guess, total guess.
Cool.
Do you know what type of glass this is?
That is
A beer glass?
Bitch.
yeah, the beer glass, but it's 2-in-1, I think, isn't it? Is it
This
a
is-
2-in-1?
This
Stout
is
glass?
this would be a stout glass.
Got it. Stout glass. Yep.
So I'm bringing a stout. This comes from Progression Brewing. They're out of someplace in Massachusetts. Doesn't really matter. It's just in Massachusetts. It's called Triple Omen. It is an imperial espresso milk stout
Yo.
coming in at 12% ABV.
Okay.
It's a big boy.
That's
This
great.
pack is June 10th, so almost a month old. But yeah, Triple Omen. Let's go ahead and give this a pour. And they're out of Northampton, Massachusetts.
Oh, that looks good. Sounds good. Love the label.
Oh, wow. The
Yeah.
tab did not open right. Push that down.
I hate
Okay.
that. Oh, nice and dark.
Dark, but it looks like it's thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of doing like a separation of the head there.
Cheers,
So you
Chief.
got like a lighter tan to a mocha to the black beer.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty black. There's no real colors coming through even at the bottom. But there you go. Imperial espresso milk stout.
Right after my own
Cool.
heart right there.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Trying to get JC in here. He's having some technical difficulties.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Oh my god! Let's go ahead and pour the beer first. We're on stout kicks tonight because I got one too. Oh, yeah, I got one from Crux Brewing out of Portland, Bend, Oregon. Crux Stout,
Ooh.
7.7%, 60 IBUs. So probably an American Stout. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and open it. This was a can 4.4. I didn't polish my glass. I just kind of used a brush.
Pretty.
I even kind of soft poured that. And it went nuts.
Ooh.
Alex would be proud.
That's incredible.
It's got head and a little
Wow,
beer.
yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah,
that.
I do.
It smells great, actually. And then we're gonna go with the Gorgonzola cheese treasure cave.
Nice.
That and it's really wet.
Good
Nice.
veining.
Good veining. Yeah. So we'll see how that works. But yeah. So let's go ahead and let's get Robert back up here and start the show. Oh yeah.
All right. I want to bring the camera down so you guys can see this a little better. The cheese is very crumbly. I don't know. It's not focusing too well, but it has plenty of cranberries throughout the cheese. But if we see the texture, it just kind of crumbles when I try to cut it with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not. It doesn't affect the flavor. I will say that. You still
looks
get
yummy.
cranberry. Yeah. And I'm wondering if maybe some of the acidicness of adding cranberries to it has caused the cheese to do this. Because normally cheddar, I mean, it crumbles a little bit, but not to this extent.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a white cheddar, so it's not a yellow cheddar, which is good. Just means they didn't add the dye.
Yeah.
But the cheese is good. You mostly get the white cheddar. I mean, you get that barnyardy, not really barnyardy, just a hay, just a little bit of a hay note. And then it goes into that milky, creamy, cheddary funk. And then the cranberries are not very, even though there's a lot of them, it's not overriding. The cheese is clearly there. The cranberries is clearly in the background. But the cranberries do add a nice sort of a zingy berry note, I guess, or a zingy citrus. That's not really citrus, but you know, that kind of that fruit note you get from a berry. That adds that. That kind of counterbalances a lot of that milkiness, that heavy milkiness that the cheddar brings. Now, the beer, it's nice golden.
Mm-hmm.
It's a golden blonde ale, just like it says. I mean, it's not hiding anything. It poured about a half a finger head. Everybody seen when I poured it. Very bready, though. It's almost like a whole piece of white bread.
Wow.
I mean, it's a nice bready note to it. And it's just ever so slight a bit of, I want to say a little bit of a banana note coming through as well for me on this one. It's pretty good. Cheers.
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 Heavily bready. And it does bring that banana note that I pick up in the rear. The bitterness, it does have enough bitterness in the background as it washes down. It's a very balanced. I like it. It's a good 5.4%. So you're getting a good beer. You're not getting a watered down beer per se.
What is the style again? I'm sorry.
Blonde ale.
Okay.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
rose.
Nice.
Blonde ale from Three Rings.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to go beer first and then cheese because I think it'll work better there because we'll have some of the bitterness that should help accentuate the cheese, I think.
Beer's Chet. Please be delicious.
Cheers. Cheers.
Beers.
Works really well together. I actually think I like them together better than than the separate components. It's one accentuates the other very well in this one. It ain't like last week at all. Last week was not quite like this. Clear my palate a bit. And we'll go cheese first and then beer.
Chet beers.
Chet
Beers.
beer.
Cheers. Robert's really good at playing statue.
It's that pregnant pause.
He's still thinking.
Still contemplating. Is he moving? Did he freeze? I'm thinking he froze.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. He'll come back.
Freeze, man. You're under arrest.
Well, I don't know what to do at the moment.
Everybody
That was-
just freeze.
He's probably talking along and not realizing that he's frozen.
Hey, how's it going? You know,
He's giving us a whole review and we have no clue.
well, here, let's talk for a moment. Let's see if he comes back. We'll just kind of chat.
All right.
Chat over. All right, cool. How's everyone going? How's everyone in the chat doing, man? How you guys ever doing?
Bumpy and I got the memo.
Yeah, you guys are twins.
We're doing good. I'm gonna drop your link there again for JC. See if you can
Oh, okay.
grab
Cool.
that.
Oh,
I don't leave it on too long because I fear the crazy people.
I hear ya. We don't need any more crazies than what we got.
No,
Just saying. For a friend.
right. Well, I'm sure Robert will be back. We can always continue and bring him up after if we have to. He was on beer before cheese, right? Yeah, okay. Or cheese before beer.
Yeah.
So beers. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he was just right.
We'll leave the link up there, JC, for a little bit longer this time, just until you can figure it out. Hopefully you can make it up. So let's go ahead and bring Sparkle up, and hopefully we'll get Robert back. So cheers.
Okay. Let's see. I've got this on a big tile that I painted. It's a little heavy. So let's try this Vermont cheddar. Very milky smelling. Smells like a light cheddar. Smells very mild. This is the Boar's Head, which I know I've had before, but not for a long time.
Cheers.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
You know, you can't go wrong with Boar's Head. You really can't.
No.
It's very creamy, buttery, and does not stick to the tongue, but maintains its flavor all the way to the back. slight saltiness, but it does not bite like a lot of the cheddars. There's really no bite at all. I mean, it's instant cheese flavor and definitely mild, but well-rounded with that cheese flavor. So I'm hoping that I figured that would probably, I've been holding this one out because I wasn't sure, what it would go with easily. And so I'm hoping this is one of the things that it will. So I'm going to take a sip of my cold snap Samuel Adams. Haven't had Sam Adams for a long time. This is a 4.5%, by the way. And it was bottled. The bottle date is 5/5/24. So it's pretty recent.
Okay. Cheers.
I forgot to sniff it.
Nope, nosers.
Not very strong smelling at all. Doesn't smell real hoppy. It has some sort of slight spiciness to it. Maybe even a little citrus. So let's see.
Cheers.
Some lemon pithiness, but very, very little. Definitely not hoppy. Very low carbonation. Kind of, it's sweet at first, but then it kind of mellows out to a very slight bitterness. Yeah, I think there might be a little coriander in there. Not a lot of spices that I'm tasting. Like I said, pithiness of a lemon, but very mild. Whatever spices might be in there, because it says, hold on, almost dropped it. It says smooth spring spices. So there might be some floral spices in there, but again, they're very mild and very well blended. So very refreshing beer. Great anytime. With the 4.5%, it can be a good thirst quencher. So let's try the cheese before the beer.
Cheers.
Cheesers.
Cheers.
Where's that? There thing. There we go.
Wow. That's weird. I mean, it blends beautifully, but it brought out some sort of vanilla in the beer. I don't know how that's possible, but it did. You can still taste the cheese, okay, as an afterthought, but it's not overpowering the beer with the cheese before the beer, and vice versa. On the tongue, when it's all out of there, there's a slight flavoring of the cheese and the beer. So, it's a lingering, but it's not heavy lingering, if that makes sense. All right, let's do the beer before the cheese.
Beers, chill.
Berries.
Manilos.
The blend is very nice. The cheese lingers more. Maybe overwhelms the beer a little bit in terms of it lasting a little longer than the beer. But it blends okay. You know, it depends on whether you want more beer or more cheese. But at the final outcome, after they're both swallowed, there's a nice blend with still tasting a little bit of that beer. So that's good. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Good thing.
I would do it.
All right.
Cheers.
Okay. Well, cheers. Cheers, Sparkle. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up Bumpy. Hopefully everything's okay with Robert. All right.
All right. Well, I got a piece here that has no rind on it. Smell it. It's got a very light, smoky smell.
I love Gouda.
Without the rind. With the rind, and that's where most of the smoke is coming from. It's a little bit more of a potent smoke, but it's nice. It blends well with what this cheese has to offer. So without much of the smoke, you pick up more in this kind of buttery, milky type smell. Yeah, it's a very buttery, milky cheese. It flexes quite a bit before it snaps.
Cheesers.
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 Diving board cheese.
It's chewy cheese at first that starts to break down, almost melt a little bit in the mouth, coats the palate. It's extremely buttery, milky, good salinity to it as well. The salt really picks up on the tail end, it just lingers on. You're still left with almost like this heavy cream, just coating the palate. The pieces without the rind is a very, very light smoke. Grab a piece that does have the rind somewhere around here. And that just gives it that extra burst of that smokiness. It's much sharper smoke. Still blends very, very well. I prefer it with the rind on because it's just that much more enjoyable with the extra smoke added. But same cheese otherwise. But it's just beautifully done. These make great grilled cheese sandwiches.
I was just going to ask you. Nice.
Melt this on a hot dog.
Hamburger.
Smoky dog. Yeah, hamburger too. Nice smash burger, that'd work well. Yeah. Very nice. I mean, it never really disappointed with a smoked Gouda or just a regular Gouda. Articus makes, I've had some stellar Goudas from them. They seem to almost specialize in Goudas. They have such a wide range of them, all the way from babies to aged numerous months and years. So,
where are they made?
Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like their VAT 18 Gouda and all this other stuff, or Vault. Maybe it's not VAT, maybe it's Vault. I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the beer that the head has died down on.
Nice. Nosers.
Oh, yeah. Huge amount of espresso coffee notes. Very, very prominent with that. I'm not like a huge coffee stout lover, but smelling okay. Just get closer, it amplifies it more. But then there's this like nice kind of chocolate note right underneath that. Really making it more like a would it be like a mulatto or a chocolate espresso?
There we go, Robert.
This is one of those beers my wife would love because she loves her favorite alcoholic beverage, I believe, because she's been making a ton of them lately. and plus anytime we go out, she usually checks to see if like a restaurant can make them. Is the chocolate espresso martini.
Oh,
So
I'll have to try that.
yeah, it's got a great smell to it. And cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, if you can hear me. I'm on my phone.
We can. Welcome back.
Welcome
Well,
back.
we're having a thunderstorm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Our internet. We pay a lot of money for crappy internet.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone now.
Nice.
Cool.
Hopefully your phone has a good service.
Yeah.
Oh, Verizon. I'm with Verizon, so
There you go.
hopefully that'll do it. Still trying to wait for it to kick on the computer. I'll switch over if it does. But anyway, I don't know where we're at, where I left off at. I've been upstairs unplugging internet.
you can never get
I'll
through
bring you back up for you. You were on cheese.
You just
before
eating
beer?
some cheese and drank some beer. So
Yeah. I remember
you
like
probably have to redo it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing
That's a
though,
good
it does have
We'll
kind of
try it again.
It has like kind of a thinner mouthfeel to it. Like I said, it poured kind of thin. It does have a little bit of it's like a weird kind of like blob bubble type thing where there's like it's thin bodied, but then it has like this softness, smoothness to it, I guess, that makes it feel like it would be a thicker mouthfeel, but it really doesn't. It's quite watery. Very, very low carbonation. Lots of espresso. Chocolate's there. It's not like a super sweet chocolate. They say brewed with rich chocolate malts and espresso. It's kind of like a mid bitter, kind of darker chocolate type things.
What was the ABV? I'm sorry.
12%.
Okay.
I'm going to switch back to my computer. The internet's come back on, so I'll be right back.
Cool.
It almost has like a slight like Coca-Cola type flavor to it too.
Interesting.
It's kind of what's reminding me of like a flat Coca-Cola with some espresso shots. Do they make a coffee flavored Coca-Cola?
You know what? I don't think they make a vanilla, but I've never heard of a
They do
coffee
do a
one.
chocolate. There's a chocolate one.
That's
There's a
interesting.
chocolate one. Okay.
There's a chocolate one, I think. Yeah.
Is there?
It could work. Like I said, I'm kind of getting like something that's reminding me of a Coca-Cola a little bit. Whether it's like a molasses or whatever type flavor note. I think there's like a little hint of some dark fruit in there, just very slightly as well. It kind of has like a fruity finish. That could also be coming from like the espresso.
Like that.
Yeah. ABV at 12%. I mean, I'm not getting hit with the booziness. There's no warming, anything like that coming from it. But I'm going to go ahead, eat the cheese. I'm going to get one with a lot of rind on it because I think this is going to need some smoke. All right, so cheesers.
Cheeser.
Cheeser.
Beers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All this running around calls for another beer.
Yes.
Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs.
All right. So the some of that smoke and stuff still lingers on with the espresso, the cola type thing going. Chocolate's kind of hitting with more of a bitterness and stuff. Now, more of a bitter chocolate, especially with the cheese. But yeah, some of the that nice buttery milkiness. I think my dog just farted behind me. Is
That won't help.
Not good.
it's there. That's nice. The cheese flavor notes still kind of come through. They come back. That buttery, milky, and saltiness comes back after the beer. Just left with an extra bitterness now as well. But yeah, that kind of works for the most part. Let's beer and then cheese. Same thing.
Beer's a cheese.
Berchet. 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 Berchet.
All right, some of the chocolate note kind of comes through a little bit more that way. Getting chocolate mixed in with that buttery milk. Smoke is starting to pour in. Less bitterness that way. The cheese starts to kind of coat the palate, kicks the bitterness down. Either way, it kind of works. It works differently. I think you get more of a mix with the cheese and the beer by eating the cheese first. But I think it's a little bit more of a pleasant finish eating the cheese afterwards.
Wow.
There we go.
Interesting.
Cool. All right, Bumpy.
Nice.
Dude.
Cheers, buddy.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring up Robert, but I want to welcome JC to the panel. Cheers, dude. I'll bring you up after Robert. He had some technical difficulties. So, yeah.
I think I covered pretty much everything except for we'll just do the beer and then the cheese. I know that I think that's the last thing I did,
Yes.
but I've done the opposite before. So
Right.
one more time.
All right.
Oh, wait, beer first. And it's fresh now. I just got a new one.
Beer's cha.
Beer's a cheese.
I remember it being just like the other. In this case, they both work both ways very well. One accentuates the other no matter which order you put them in. I like them very well. I like that the cranberry and the cheese is not an overriding. I like that the cheese, because it's a very good flavored cheddar. And that cranberry is more accentuates. It's not very dominant in there. And I think everything works in sync very well here. It's surprises me. I mean, I think as a combination, it's better than either one of the working parts for myself. So anyway, you can go ahead now.
All right.
The scores will be next, so we've got to come back around for that, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Sure. Yep. All right, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring up JC if he's ready.
Well, he's looking at his vanity mirror right now, so he's getting prepped.
Putting
Gotta
his
make sure
makeup
that
on.
lipstick. We gotta make sure the lipstick ain't smeared.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Got to comb the beard out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let me
Hey,
see this
man.
eyelashes just right.
He had to go to the store to get his beer. He'll be right back.
Love it.
Oh man.
Bye.
All right. So should I go to me or
That's your
all
call.
right, we'll do me. All right.
Do me.
Oh, he's
All right.
back.
Oh, you're back. Okay, here we go. Oh,
He's gone.
there he is. Okay.
He's on mute. You're on mute.
Oh yeah, you get the muty.
You're muted. Mutt.
Muted. They cannot hear you.
Muted.
Somewhere there'll be a button that looks like a microphone.
No noise.
Big dog, if you have beer and cheese, you can definitely come in. Anyone's welcome here as long as like Eric says, as long as you're not a douche.
Muted.
Right.
He's a muted.
No, it's
Do you want us to get back to you, JC, and see if you can get that mute thing figured out?
He's froze now.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Just
Give
save
us
the
a
show.
yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and confirm it. So yeah, 'cause my beer's
I can
getting warm.
sympathize with the freezing.
Yeah. I hate it when the beer gets warm.
We're
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
a game tonight. It's called Freeze Frame.
Yeah. All right. So this is I imagine, an American stout. It's got a higher IBU. Also a bigger beer, 7.7. So yeah, not so rainy day American stout. It says it right there. I didn't see that. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Finally, the head is down. Let's get the mushroom out of the way. But we're getting really good retention on this beer. It's really holding a nice little ring there, and it really poured a huge fatty head, nice tan khaki kind of head, cocoa colored head, dark brown in color, opaque, cannot see through it. And I would have to say this is more on the medium low or medium, more on the medium carbonation side. On the nose, definitely a chocolate, like a baker's chocolate, with some caramel, some breadiness. I mean, all your typical things you would get in. Let me bring you back up. You got it. All right. Breadiness, all your typical things that you would get out of an American stout or any stout, to be exact. But there's some coffee, there's some espresso coming through. That is loud. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna mute you just to be not to be a dick. All right.
Oh dear.
But it's got a sweetness, like almost like a sweet caramel kind of cocoa powder kind of smell to it, with a little side of like an espresso with even a little like milk. It almost smells like it has a little milk in it, milk sugar, or some kind of like sweetness or a sweet thing going on. Not quite cappuccino, but or like not like a latte or anything like that, but it's just got like a sweetness. Let's go ahead and drink it. Cheers.
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 No bitter.
JC says cheers too.
Cheers. Well, first of all, body is it's a medium body. It's got a soft mouthfeel. Its bitterness from the hops is very well balanced and in line with the astringency of the malts, the dark roast malts. It's worked out real well. It's playing a really good role there. It's definitely got that roasty coffee in the finish, brown bread caramel kind of finish. Very nice bitterness from the hops in the finish as well. Not so much as to where you're like gagging. It's not terrible at all. It tastes really good. This is a really good beer. Definitely a drinkable for 7.7. No alcohol in the finish, and it's just going down very smooth. I am getting a heavy espresso kind of bite now from that in the finish. The more I drink, the more it builds up, and then that it's kind of chalky in the water profile. It's kind of like a chalkiness or a dryness in the water. It's got a clean water profile though. It's very clean tasting. I like it. It's almost like a full medium actually body.
Cool.
But yeah, so the Gargonzola Treasure Cave. I don't know where these guys are from, to be honest. I don't want to my juice will spill everywhere. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Great
The
place.
cheese capital of the world.
Cheese capital of the world. That's it. Oh no, you got it. It's loud again. Get you again. All right. So I'm not a dick, I promise. So this is a Gorgonzola, and it's got nice vantage, like Sparkle was saying. On the nose, let me turn my hat around. It's gonna dip into that. Yeah, nice, kind of a funky, salty, um, penicillin-y kind of smell. Medicine, medical. Not quite Band-Aids or anything. It does have a milky, creamy kind of cow milk kind of thing. Salty though, very salty smelling in the nose.
That's Gorgonzola.
Creamy. And then you can smell that vantage. It's just like hardcore, like medicinal. Very nice. I gotta get into it. It's very crumbly too. It just kind of breaks.
Mhm.
So let me get a better one than this. I need a. There's a nice green one now. Yeah, so soft cheese, not too chewy at all. It just melts in your mouth. That veiny is actually kind of light. It's just very salty. It's almost putting off an earthy, mushroomy kind of umami thing.
Ooh.
With a little bit of funk. You know, you got that funky medical, and then you're getting this really soft kind of where it's pasting on your gums and on your palate and your tongue. It just like kind of pastes and wipes on there like paint, and you gotta like whip it off with your tongue because it's like buttery and sticky. But I got stuck in my throat. Oh, it's very salty though and very medicinal. That I love. This is really good, actually. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. Let's go ahead and do a cheese before beer. I hope it works.
Cheese.
Cheezers.
And beer.
Cheezers.
It said that blue cheese or Gorgonzola will go well with a stout, so we'll see. I don't believe I've ever done this.
And he's right, because I've tried that too.
I like Gorgonzola crumbled all over a pastrami sandwich.
Oh my god, that sounds good.
You can take that, put that on there.
And steak.
It's
That
okay
is
on a filet
good.
mignon.
Oh, filet mignon.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god.
yeah. I don't think I've ever had it on filet mignon, but I could see I've had it on pastrami.
Strip steak.
You know what's really making this a winner is it's like the medical is there, but it works really well with the salt and the roasted bitterness, the astringency of the bitterness from the malts. And then you're adding in that little extra feature of hoppy bitterness. I mean, 60 is not a very low IBU. You know, really, I mean, especially for a 7.7, it's not terrible. So you do get a bitterness, and it really pops with that. The cheese is very milky and creamy. It starts to bring that cheese and milkiness through too. So it kind of like sets it aside, kind of like parting the Red Sea. You know, it's like sets aside all the salt and all the medical and goes right into the cow milk and the dairy part of it. A little bit of salt coming through, a little bit of umami coming through in with the beer and that bitterness of the roast. The coffees are still there, the chocolate's still there. The sweetness of the beer works really well with the saltiness. It's like heaven. It's a really good mix. This is a really good mix. Holy shit! I need to get a beer before tea.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I just can't find the beer, but I'm sold.
It got me sold.
Beer before cheese.
Beer's a cheese.
I recommend an American stout. Definitely. Cheese before beer is way better. But, well, no buts. It's just cheese before beer is better. This smothers the beer. Kind of wipes it out. The beer goes down, and all you're left with is the cheese. So you want to have more of the beer to kind of help get that medical out of there and everything else.
Beerman, do you prefer the blue cheese to the gorgonzola with the stout. Have you done a comparison with that?
Man, they're so similar.
I know.
They're very similar. I think blue cheese might be a little less wet. This one's really wet for some reason. And
Okay.
less, maybe it's still got the same saltiness. And as far as like the medical or like the vein taste and all that stuff,
Mhm.
I don't know. I've had similarities on both ends, so I don't really know how
Right.
to
Because
tell
I get confused when people say, I want blue cheese for this, or I want gorgonzola for this. And I'm like,
it's-
what's the difference? Okay.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do that now. I'm gonna have to go buy some blue cheese and a gorgonzola and do a side by side.
It'd be interesting,
Yeah, definitely.
to
I get
see
a
which.
vegetal now. I get kind of a vegetal taste from that Band-Aid. I'm getting
Oh,
kind of like
okay.
this weird, almost
Okay.
tastes like seaweed in a way.
Oh,
Got
wow.
it.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
a seaweedy, kind of a seafoody kind of taste, almost like
Yeah,
you're
I
eating seafood
understand
or
that.
something. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really nice. Be very good on a salad. I mean, blue cheese is also very good on the salad. I
Mhm.
love blue cheese dressing. I love anything blue cheese. But
I
I love
hated
It'd
it as
be
a kid, but as
interesting
an
to
adult,
see.
I can't get enough.
oh yeah, I hated it as a kid. Exactly. It's
Yeah,
like olives.
but
I
now-
love green olives now. Yeah.
It's probably a slight difference, but it would still be interesting to see what the lingering was. See if one lingered more than the other, or
Right.
stood out more than the other. It'd be
Skunkier
interesting.
than the other, more skunkier than the other, or more
Yeah, right,
bang than the
right.
other, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
Sorry to interrupt, but
no, I muted your mic because it was kind of loud over everyone. So let's go ahead and bring JC up if he's ready. You ready, man? You want to bring some cheese and beer? All right, let's do it. Cheers, man. Oh, let me unmute you. Shit.
Cheers.
Here we go. Hey, JC.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. So, don't have any cheese, but I have natural light,
there you go.
Okay.
a staple.
Mhm.
But I have some good news. So, my company did a homebrew competition over the last
Yeah.
couple months. So, our judging was Saturday, and my team came in first place.
Oh wow!
So we get to go brew with a local brewery on a larger scale.
Nice.
So we made a cherry saison.
Oh hell yeah, dude. That's nice, man. All right.
Beautiful.
Where are you working with right now? What's the company?
I'm working with a local distributor called Champion.
Oh,
See if I
okay.
can get it in the shot here.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can bring
So it's like Miller Coors, New Belgium, and a few locals.
Nice. Cool, man.
So yeah,
Well, congrats on that, and hopefully everything goes well.
Beautiful.
And so you're advancing and all that stuff. You're going. So you won. You won. Are you going? You're going into something else. You said in the competition.
well, we won the competition, so we get to brew with a local
Oh, you
brewery.
can brew. You can brew. That's right. I heard that.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
All right, man. Sweet.
So
Well,
yeah, I'm
nice,
excited
dude.
about that.
I would be excited too. That's awesome. Well,
Nice.
thanks.
So like
JC.
I have
Yeah.
all these ideas floating in my head for beers. It's like maybe I should tell them. I don't know if I should try to do it myself because they gave me 2 of the brew kits. I just have them sitting to the side right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm brewing Thursday, so I can't wait. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get back to the show. And I want to say thank you for being up here and congratulations on everything. And
Thank you.
yeah, dude. So
Very
let's go
nice.
ahead and bring up Bumpy for his last thought, or excuse me, Robert for his last thoughts on his beer and cheese pairing. Here we go. All right.
As it warms, the hops become a little more floral in my beer.
I might have to mute you. Hold
It
on.
still does not hurt anything.
Sorry.
I mean, the hoppy flavor and then the floralness of the hoppy flavor really just adds another layer of flavor that really helps everything. So on the beer by itself, that's a good blonde ale. Nothing wrong with it. I'm going to give it a 91. The cheese by
Nice.
itself, kind of a one-off with fruit and everything in it. So it's not like I got a lot to compare it to, but I like it a lot. So I'm going to give the cheese a 90. I think it's a good 90. It's a good cheese. I enjoy eating the cheese. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I've ate half the block now. So that kind of tells you a little more than that. It's a pretty big block. But together, they really work well together. And it's light. It's not a heavy, like the Gorgonzola and stout you're doing. I know that's a heavier combination. So probably in the wintertime or something. But this is something you can set out on the patio here, 85, 90 degrees outside. And this is something you could actually snack on and drink. Get that heavy stout weighing you down winter feel. So together, I'm going to give them a 95. I think it's outstanding together. This is really good. So that's where I'm at.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Good, man. Hell yeah. Well, thanks, Robert. Cheers, dude. All
Thank
right,
you.
let's go ahead and move on to Sparkle. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, the cheese is a pretty basic cheddar, but unlike some of the Vermont cheddars, I almost prefer the Boar's Head because it's very mild. So it goes really well with the Samuel Adams. They're both pretty mild and they play nice together. And so I would definitely, I'd give the beer a good 90. I mean, it's drinkable, it's refreshing. The cheddar a good 90. So we got a good thing going here at 90%.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds really good. Actually, 90's not bad at all. Cool. Cheers, Sparkle.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Let's bring up Bumpy next. All right.
All right. Cheese is excellent. Probably, I mean, there's a few pretty good smoked goudas out there, but this is going to be in the tops out of all the smoked goudas I've had. So once again, it's the Arcticus.
All right.
If I ever see
So
that,
definitely, I'd say look for them if you like goudas, if you like smoked
Look at
goudas.
that.
It's just well rounded all together. Everything works so well together. Noticeable salinity, saltiness, but it just works with what's there. It's probably like having like Kerrygold butter or something, where it's just like
Yeah, exactly.
that extra special butter. So yeah, it's just well crafted. So cheese is excellent. The beer, on the other hand, is not so great. I put it like bottom end good. The aromas on it had me thinking it was going to be a lot nicer. I think the whole, not just like the total flavor notes on it, but it's missing the proper body for me to really appreciate it. It's not carbonated nearly enough. The cola thing is interesting. But yeah, it's just not hitting there for me. So that bottom end good on the beer, excellent on the cheese combination. It works fine together. I think that this cheese works really well with this style of beer. And obviously, if it was a better beer, it would have been a fantastic pairing. But I'd say that I think it works. I think I was on the right track with it. The cheese has enough strength to go up against an Imperial Espresso Mountain Stout.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cheers.
I always wondered if smoked Gouda would go well with that kind of beer.
Yeah.
Because, I'm like, you're dealing with coffee and chocolate and whatever. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see this working
Never-
with like an IPA very well, but definitely with.
No. But I never
Okay.
met a smoked Gouda I didn't like either.
Yeah.
I like
I know. I love smoked Gouda. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've had some real good ones from like it's that New York company that put the New York cheddar or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I can't think. It's that New York cheese
Mm-hmm.
place that they have that kind of wedge shaped cheese you see all the time.
Yeah.
They make a pretty good smoked Gouda too. But I think
okay.
this one would top that.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll try to remember if I see the
Yankees.
label, I'll definitely buy it.
Is it Yankees?
Yes.
Nancy.
Yancy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yancy.
Or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, Bumpy man. Thank you, bro. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Who's next? Me or okay.
Yeah. You would be it.
Okay, so beer for me. Beer is an awesome American stout. They made a very good, well balanced American stout. Bitter is great. Works well with the hops. Nice and punctual beer. It's got a lot of to it. Coffee, chocolate, caramel, bready. Great carbonation. Great head retention. Overall, a very good beer. I'd give it a 95 out of 100.
Nice.
Easily, no problem. The cheese is very exceptional. Also, I think it's very well made. They balanced everything out fairly nice. It's very smooth. The medicinal is very low, but there and comes out. You guys heard me already review it. I don't need to just say it again, but a very good Gorgonzola cheese. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do a comparison for sure with that and blue cheese itself. So I might actually do that after the next week's, which is our open table. So yeah, that cheese I will definitely give a 97 out of 100. It is super worth it. Something to try. Treasure Cave out of Wisconsin. And the pairing was absolutely perfectly dead on perfect, like awesome. It really brought out, it shined, both ends of the world shined here. The beer, the cheese, it kind of brought in this little umami kind of thing, this seafoody kind of I was saying like a seaweedy kind of taste. Very in the veinage of the cheese. And then that milkiness with the beer itself, the roasty acids and bitterness levels of the beer, it was just so perfect. I would definitely I'll just say 98. It's perfect, almost a perfect pairing. So that is it for me. Let's go ahead and let's bring up the let's just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do this and move you guys around. Sorry. There we go. All right. So you guys, including Jason, give us some shout outs too. I know you didn't bring a beer and cheese, but I'll go ahead and come up and do another shout out, whatever you like to do. And we'll hang out afterwards as well and have a little after show party or whatever we do after. So let's go ahead and do some shout outs, starting with Whiskey Scout. Cheers.
I don't know what to shout out other than your channel and Bumpy's channels. And I do have a thing on Bushmills coming out. I'll be releasing tomorrow on my review. So that's about all I really got going on. I got to get busy and record some more. I haven't recorded. Usually I try to record 1 week ahead, but in this case I kind of didn't do that yet. So I got this week covered for Wednesday's release. But other than that, I have a variety of interests on YouTube. I watch sailing videos. I watch guitar videos. I watch beer videos, whiskey videos. So there's 1,000 channels I can shout out. But no,
Yeah.
you and Bumpy's I've always enjoyed. So you guys' channel. That's the only ones I really know. I know you have a channel, don't you, Sparkle?
Yes, I do. Art
Yeah.
by Sparkle.
Yeah.
Love to have you check it out.
I'm gonna have to. I have went to Angie. I do go to Angie's channel once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it on the art. I'm about as artistic as the.
It's just fun to
wallpaper
see
on the
what
wall.
people do, I think, you know.
I appreciate art. I'm just not very artistic. Anyway, that's about it, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I had more, but I just don't.
You done good.
Nice.
You've got a lot of art going on there, Robert. All those whiskey bottles stacked up nicely.
There you go.
Well, that's
Art's
just,
in the eye of the beholder. It can be anything.
it's just a bunch of money I wish I had back in my pocket sometimes. But I almost bought another one today, so I can't really say that. I talked myself out of it.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I talked too much.
Are you having tornadoes or anything like that? Bad weather like that?
No,
or
it's just
what?
a thunderstorm, just lightning and rain.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we got, like I said, you pay $120 a month for internet access. You would think that it would survive all that, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
A
Anyway,
lot of it's underground too.
let Sparkle take over. She's
Yeah.
the brains of the outfit here, I think.
Cool.
Most ladies are that I know of.
I've been wanting to learn more about the craft beer industry. And so I went to the craft beer channel, and there is a video that's called Beer Experts on the Trends of 2024. Now it's 5 months ago, but it's very, very good, very informative. And the other one of theirs that I watched, and it's it's fairly old. No, I had that wrong. Yes, Porter and Stout. What's the difference? Now, this was something they did 3 years ago, but I learned quite a bit from it because I'm still learning about the difference between a lot of the different beers. So that was really fun to watch. So that is the craft beer channel. On my channel, I'm in the process of getting my main studio back in order. I've been in my little healing room studio and the dining room and the living room. And so I'm in the process of getting that set up so I can go back in there and just playing with stuff, my usual twice a month collaborations. I have 2 this month, one about the 3rd week and one the 4th week. And so, that's what's been kind of keeping me going and learning more about resin and things like that. So that's pretty much it.
Never stop learning.
Never stop
You
learning.
never stop learning.
You still got peanut butter.
You just keep on creating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sparkle, awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bumpy, you are next.
All right. Yeah. I'd like to shout out Last Beer. He sent me a nice beer mail package. So doing some stuff. I did a live tonight before Beer and Cheese with one of the beers, and there'll be more. I think maybe tomorrow we might be doing a live on Josh's on Last Beer. It is Josh's channel, but Last Beer. So look forward to that. Not sure of the time, but it'll probably be sometime, I guess, in the evening, maybe before all the other shows, Bearman's show at 6 p.m. Eastern and Wildcard and stuff like that afterwards. So hopefully it'll be before then, if not afterwards. But yeah, So give him a look see there, and let's see what else. Shout out Casey King Cobra. Go check out his channel as well. I've got something in mind to do tomorrow. Hopefully it works out. It's kind of going to put me out of my comfort zone, but hopefully I can do it. Just push myself, because it involves me having to record in public, and I'm not that type of person. So, anyways, because I wanted to do something I could put on my channel to be able to shout his channel out. And then just on my channel, I'm doing my beer reviews. I've got a lot of them coming out. I've got so many beers that I've reviewed that I haven't edited and put out. And I've just been editing them and putting out pretty much a review every day. Some of that has to do because I do the frozen pizza reviews and stuff as well. So that's also getting thrown on my channel, and it takes away from me editing the beers. So trying to catch up just because I hate putting out something I reviewed like 2 months ago. Just it's the way that it is sometimes. And yeah, so get ready to be bombarded with more beer reviews.
Cool.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers, dude. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
All right. I gotta unmute JC. JC had some loud feedback. JC, so you shouted out your competition winning. Is there anything else that you'd like to shout for your
So
channel?
yeah,
Or for your...
I'll have to send you one of the beers that I won. I'll message you on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
But the second place, they did a bananas Foster Stout, and it was pretty fucking delicious.
Wow.
Oh, no. That sounds good.
Cool.
I love banana.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to brew our beer on a larger schedule.
Oh, yeah.
But we had to run for the money with that stout.
Nice. Yeah. And what was the so what did you win with? You did a saison, or your
Yeah, we did a cherry saison.
And that's what you won with. Nice. Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So you're in like a brew group?
I work for a beer distribution company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we did a quote unquote homebrew competition. And the winner, like, we partner with a local brewery to see who wins.
Mm-hmm.
And we just so happen to win.
Nice.
So it's going to be the end of this month, beginning of August. We brew it on a larger scale and get to distribute it throughout Jacksonville.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Now, have you homebrewed before, though?
I have not.
Okay.
It's a collaboration with whoever was involved.
Yes, Ruby Beach Brewing Company.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that
I've
sparks
never
some
heard of
interest for you, and you maybe find yourself a little hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
they
Takes a
gave
lot of
me a
time.
brewing kit, and I have all these ideas in my head. It's just finding time to do this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're
And
in
sorry
line
for
for
cussing.
the problem.
Oh, you cuss away. It's all good. Okay. No, fuck.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a hobby that consumes your day, at
Yeah.
least one of your days. But yeah, cool, man. All right, well, I'll go ahead and shout myself out. Thank you, JC.
You're welcome.
And thanks everyone. So Beer Cheese Tuesday next week is an open one. Bring any alcoholic beverage that you'd like and any cheese. It's got to have the cheese. So second week of the month always. So prepare for that in the future. Everyone will be up here. Anyone's welcome. Just bring those components, and we'll have you up. And there you go. That's 8 o'clock Eastern, and then Wednesday is all spun out. Tomorrow, we all had some adjectives given to us. We go find a beer based on those words, and hopefully we find something good. It starts at 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, 3 o'clock mine. I'll be brewing Thursday, 4th of July beer. So that'll consume about 5 hours or more of my day. I'm doing my NEPA. It's called Hairy Ass People. It is a double New England IPA at 8%, I hope. But and that's the main hop there is Ilani, actually, amongst about 3 other hops. But so Ilani's the big culprit of the whole group. I'm trying to I'm getting into that. I'm gonna put Helio Gazer, which is a thiolized yeast from Omega. So we're gonna add a lot of that to the whole kits and caboodle. See if it works out. See if it hazes it up more. So we'll see. But I don't know what the fuck happened to my other beer. It just did not haze as much as I would have wanted it to. And that Zappa hop was kind of weird. So, anything else? Anything else? Not really. Just got I got 2 people to shout out. Beer Hounds was in our community. Haven't shouted him in a while. He's been taking a little break from drinking and stuff like that, and that's good. I'm proud of him. So, but his last thing he did was a Prime Hydration LLC made a Moon hydration drink. He's just been doing like Oreo cookie and like battles between Oreo cookie and Craven sandwich cookies and stuff like that. So he's a fun guy, and he's my brother from another mother. Cool dude. So he's our brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Stoneyard Vineyards, also one more dude I want to shout. I haven't shouted him in a while. So many other people you can shout, but I'm not going to sit here forever. His last thing he says he had is make a Merlot wine kit. So he did smoked barbecue ribs. I need to catch up on his, just like I need to catch up on Bumpy and Tanner's and everyone else's channel right now. Everyone's actually. All you guys here. Garden and hop update. Homebrew, yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. So I need to. His last thing I saw was this cherry pale ale. So that's kind of I'm kind of curious as to how that tasted to him. Cool. Yeah, brewing's fun. I love brewing. It does consume your day, but it is fun. It's a great hobby.
This did spark a new interest in me, like to brew more shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get curious to trying different things. You want to see how it comes out. You know, that Meritzen I did is actually I brought it up to 60 degrees, and it's going off the hook. It took like a week, like 7 days, literally, to finally kick off. And I hope it has no off flavors. I'm hoping.
Like I said, I'll message you on Instagram for your address, and try to get one out to you.
Well, I'll return the favor. How about that?
That's all right. I'm down with that. So, like the people that finished in second place, they had a Bananas Foster Stout. So I traded one for them. Like, because their beer gave us a run for our money.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds so good, dude.
Wow.
That sounds
Banana Foster's is excellent. I don't know about a stout, but just plain Foster's.
Like, I told them if they could brew it down to like where they can make it to a syrup and pour it over some like ice cream, they'd be fucking set.
Well, we'll go ahead and get this ended. And just want to say thank you, first of all, to the community for hanging out with us and participating in the chat. And I want to say cheers to Northwest Small Batch Brewing, Mr. Steven. Cheers, man, from my neck of the woods. So good to see you. And then, of course, panel here, you guys rock. Cheers to Whiskey Scout.
Cheers.
Bumpyisms and Casey's Adventures. Hell yeah, dude. Cheers, guys. I'm gonna throw it up one more time, just in case anyone wants to join us. The link's in our back area as well, so if anyone wants to hang out, Well, whatever's going on, maybe we'll hop over to someone else's live. I don't know, but there you go. Well, you guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from.
You as well.
World. But not after one sip. If you got it, do it.
I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta wake up at 6 a.m.
Oh my God! All right. Cheers.
You have fun with that.
Cheers.
I'll be going to bed.
Later, people.
Here we go. I love beer. Do you guys love beer? I love beer.
Love beer.
I do love beer.
Beer does not love me though.
I love beer.
All right, guys. Much love. We're out of here. Cheers.
Like,
Cheers.
I'm empty.